Be an original this Halloween and find yourself.
I just had to play it some more. Just had to. It's time. Time to play a bit more. Oh, I'm zoomed out, aren't I? That's why I shrunk. I'll have to fix that. I don't know why it doesn't just stay where I want it. That would be better. There we go. I'm a little bigger. So yeah. That is so weird. It's something with the OBS settings causing this. It has to be. But I might do a whole nother run. Well, we'll see. Maybe. Start anew. It's a new run.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
I know.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It'll be the end. Alright, we're going for Stranger. Turn around and leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yeah, because I didn't even get to see the stranger last time. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna take care of that.
Fine. I suppose
Not doing it.
Continue down the path away from the cabin.
Not going to the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
It is.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
That's right.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path
Here we are at the cabin.
also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I'm not doing it.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your
Not
job,
doing it.
everyone dies. Like, dies.
Forever.
Forever. Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Not doing it.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I'm still refusing. Not going to the cabin.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something
Look,
strange
it's
starts to happen.
the cabin.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings,
Oh yeah, we're getting the stranger.
those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Mm-hmm.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin.
The
A
cabin.
cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
No, I care.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
There is no death.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Everyone's dead. The stranger. Now we need to go see her. I missed out on this last time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it.
No, you were.
Met for the first time, you and I.
No.
If he doesn't remember what happened, maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Let's find out.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Oh, we're going to the cabin.
The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Let's go.
A warning.
There it is.
Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power
Who's
to
that
stop
talking?
you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Maybe.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Damn, my voice is raspy this evening.
Let's keep an open mind.
Let's.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing
This is
patchwork of
different.
cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible.
Just try to turn that
Does
down a
make
bit.
sense? The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, this is new.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Yeah.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
No idea.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Yeah, so this looks different now.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Yeah, what?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Okay.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Sure.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah, so this is new. In the demo, this, like, plastic, I guess you could describe it.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay.
Okay, I'm fine.
Alright.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Should I inquire about the mirror? Because the mirror never seems to do anything. Like, is it just a distraction?
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, there is.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? You waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
But why don't you want to tell me?
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Let's make a choice. Oh, it matters.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
It is.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
See?
It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach
And it's
forward,
gone.
Rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how
Gone
the
again.
look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Yeah, it was.
Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
That's right. Now we're bringing the knife.
The door to the basement.
Whoa. Okay.
A web of branching staircases, all built
This is new.
reliable materials. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Looks like a bunch of gears.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, north
There we go.
nothing.
It's time to recline a bit.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sure.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Stranger's different again. I think the Stranger's gone through like 3 different changes compared to the demo.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Probably.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that?
Yeah, what's that?
That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
It does.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
The harsh stairs, the center stairs. We'll go right down the middle.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe...
This is the way. I'm sure of it.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
God, what does the Stranger look like now?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
What? Okay. It's getting weird now. This is new. This did not happen in the demo.
Time disappears. You can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion,
What?
rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh, hey.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still...
She just pulled us out of it.
I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over.
Yeah.
Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to...
What?
Just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you.
I like the contrarian.
Talk to her for a bit, try
That's
to get her
funny.
bearings. She seems normal.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we?
There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures, where there was once just one of her.
Well, this is weird. This is completely different than how the demo was for the stranger.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Nothing.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done.
What's done is done.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
I don't think I can slay anything now.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay. Wait, what?
Princess.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
yeah?
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
It's just me.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Oh, there's another one.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Yeah, I don't know.
You would always start by stabbing her.
But there's 3 of her.
Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good idea.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
There's slay the princess.
Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here and with a sharp, sharp knife, too.
I shouldn't have brought the knife.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Just do it. Oh no.
You both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but
It's not fun anymore.
really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Let's just get all the questions.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. I just want to live my life. I'm not going to dance for you. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
She's all of the princesses at once.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from this blood and destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
We're gonna do everything all at once.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
It's the only option.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife aiming to throw the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
What did I do?
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
So it kinda is like the stranger in the demo?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's getting weird now.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, they do.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
A little bit.
Please.
The hands took her.
She's gone. Where did she go? Try and find her?
So is there supposed to be a chapter 3 with that?
And there's that.
I guess I'll never know.
Why is it here? Why now? It is. Does that mean the world ended?
It did.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do? There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You have to.
No. Don't do that. You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, what the hell are we supposed to do? I'm begging you.
Approach the mirror.
Do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
It's you.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
And let's go.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, okay, so this is the same.
You won't.
You won't. Dead. Got an achievement.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to
Okay, let's just... So, do these choices even have any meaning? Let's just go.
You make your way up. A warning. She will...
Let's go in the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely the blade.
I'm going to... Let's see. Let's just take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faint. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
I'm just gonna slay
As
her.
if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Let's just go.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Maybe.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward. your grip on the blade tightening as you step.
Don't hesitate.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if
Mm-hmm.
that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Let's see what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh
Got
easily
her.
give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Sit.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
No. I know it's not.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I think I know how to get the adversary.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Now, I've watched plenty of monster movies to know what happens when you check the monster.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead.
If this
Pierced
happens,
her heart. There's no coming back from that.
the same way the demo does.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that?
She's not dead.
You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another.
She's gonna spring back.
Another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
She's not dead.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
I think this gives me the adversary or the witch. I'm not sure yet.
See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path.
Wait, I got the razor again? Oh no, I already got the razor.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. And away we go. Good call.
I think if you leave, it cancels out the princess you were gonna get. I think. Because I think I did that with the stranger last time.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going? Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the...
Yeah, I think that's put into, like, so you don't get the same princesses. I think.
That's strange. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already... But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting...
Yep. Pretty sure that's how that works. So if you get a princess you already did, you can walk away and it'll cancel out this run.
What's going on?
Yeah, because this is what I did with the stranger the first time.
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
I love the voices. I know. I had to reset this run, Hands. Okay, there we go. So that does work the way I think it does. Okay, good.
You're on a path,
I'm understanding it.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here. You make your way up a wall. She will... The interior of the blade is your... You take the blade. The door to the bed... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so... Focus on the task at...
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, I'm here to kill her. Don't hesitate. And run after you kill her.
On the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, so you should just drop it. Best.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be... You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed.
It's gonna be it this time.
Coming
So now we're gonna run,
to wonder.
or she'll kill me.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Oh, okay, good. So it'll darken out the ones so you can't get the same princesses. I like that. Okay, good.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs.
So this makes it easier to get all the
behind you.
stuff. I like that. My wife's really singing loud. So I'll just mute in between me speaking things.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
There's nothing. Now in the demo, I think it was stars when you open it. I like being able to see the differences now that we got the full game. But some of the stuff in the demo I liked, like the old stranger. That was something.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far
It's
away.
just you in the cabin.
Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Oh, will I?
This is good. Everyone is happy.
You'll be happy.
You'll be happy.
We're all happy.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now.
No going back.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Nah, I don't know, man.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
No.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess.
No, we'll just stay in the cabin.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
There's nowhere to go, though.
The little voices' pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Forever. You did it! You got the good ending! Woo!
Already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Wait, what? Oh. She doesn't allow that.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
That's right.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Probably not going to like it.
Oh, I know what's coming.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
It's always about the blade.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
It's the only way.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Let's go.
Don't you dare.
Oh, I dare.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
There's got to be more.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
She's just a skeleton.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you. You're on a path in the woods.
So this is new.
At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess.
And let's slay.
That a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
It might be.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Let's do it again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Yep.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
She
will
was.
do everything in her
Yep.
power to stop you
I
from
know.
slaying her. She won't be a problem.
I'm pretty sure she's a ghost.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this
Grab the
right.
blade.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
I'm not even gonna bother.
Blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead.
She's already
The
dead.
princess lives here. Slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally.
She's already dead.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Well, let's go.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Looks that way.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
There she is.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
She's a ghost.
A ghost?
A ghost.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed
You
to
don't
do
care.
to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Let's kill her again. Should I?
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
I don't know.
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Home.
Where's home?
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific.
So where's out there?
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
She's being kind of nice.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
It has.
She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
The cursor's gone.
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's dead. Dead things can't hurt us.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
Yeah, she's just a ghost.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
There's a lot of dialogue I could pick.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Okay.
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Return.
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think.
So what are you?
But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Oh no.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
Or on life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Oh.
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not bad. So you must have only mostly killed me.
That is mostly.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers, or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are?
Maybe we are?
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely. See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to. The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
I can.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Sometimes.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her. Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except
Oh,
for
that's
you.
good.
I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Like I said, I just want to go home. I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
She's stuck here.
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. That'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make...
She can't get out.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you owe me.
That face.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Sure, why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
She's just telling me everything I want to hear.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
Yeah.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Let's see what happens.
Princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in.
This might not end well.
Do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
It's too late.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary
I think
more waves
she might have killed me.
to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings,
Hmm.
your vision swimming as
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
What?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Your narrator's awfully quiet.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Yeah.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here
Oh,
with all
whoops.
of you. Everybody knows that.
I skipped it.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
Yeah.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
How?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
I'll be slaying myself.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
It is.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, It's outside of the world.
Sure.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Maybe.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
It's different seeing the different perspective.
And whine.
And wine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Gotta do it.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next. Shit. But
Open the
exhaustion
door.
wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing.
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
But she's still here.
So we did slay him after all. We had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? You're taking her out of the cabin, nearly in the world.
It would appear so.
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Never.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
No. Nope. That's a bot.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this was where I'm meant to be.
There go the hands taking her.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It is.
You don't need to comfort him. Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. Whatever makes you happy.
Let's do it. I've grown.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
She's more.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
So there might be more.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky.
Oh, she said that already.
I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh, I can't destroy myself. Yeah, that's weird that I can't see my cursor on my screen. Oh, my wife's singing real loud again.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives.
They're not her.
They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
ready to go back.
Time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Let's go. We made it. Very good. We got another thing.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to... You make your warning. She will... The interior blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So we're gonna go the nice approach and then attack her. I think that changes things up a bit.
This is an oppressive
I think.
place. The air feels heavy. Her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
It might work. Because I think this is how you get the witch.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot...
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it. You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Something's up.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just...
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Can't get out.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Right?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Look at the mess.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down.
Jump down.
There's a time to strike. It's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Pretty sure that's how you get the witch.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Let's go.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
She might be able to.
Don't waver now.
Don't waver now.
As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
I think this is going to make her the witch.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep.
She's looking cat-like.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around. You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Yep. It's not looking good.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
This is either going to give me adversary or witch, I think.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to
The blood loss will.
You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yep.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure
Very good.
you pay for this.
Now I think it's the witch.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
Either that or the adversary. Oh, the witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to
Yeah,
keep
he
it
don't. No, he knows.
Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
She's singing loud again.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show. A warning. Before she will lie. Don't worry. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted...
Alright, good. This is new.
Walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into.
Let's see what happens.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
So I think I've missed more by not going to the next chapters. The only way to move to a new chapter is to die.
The weak starlight from the cabin window
So we'll figure it out.
can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember
she remembers.
what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
Just playing along.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Oh, we've already been here.
Well, you seem to be great at it.
It's pretty good at it.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not.
Her singing's loud, I gotta mute.
I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Let's see how this goes.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder. And you started it. And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Maybe.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it.
That's it for the world.
Remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back.
It might be.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
Right?
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Oh, okay.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
Let's get out of here.
Abandoning me, are you? Fine then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away. You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
What?
You turn to leave, but as you do, there's a deep, guttural groan seemingly uttered by the walls themselves, followed by the creak of wood being
The
stretched.
wood's gonna get me.
The cabin starts to get smaller. What the hell is going on? We're getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on. As the roots that make up the walls of the
Oh, I don't think we're getting out.
moves in around you, instinct kicks in, and you bolt upstairs. The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you. The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller. That's fine, we'll just leave. I'm sure you'd like to do that. But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door. The roots have already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were
We're
once
gonna get
windows
crushed.
is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself. Shit. What do we do? As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome things? Those are the roots
Fine.
of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your
Yep.
lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
We're gonna get crushed.
But we are animals. We are. You're nothing but fear and instinct, and that's all I am, too. We don't have to make things better. We can't make things better. We're just meant to chase each other in the dark until one of us catches the other.
The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to hear it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do? What do we do?
No, what's the matter? You're scared of thorny roots digging into your neck? Are you scared of suffocating in this dark, dark place alone? Good.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things. I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to feel scared in. This place is getting awful tight. You slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin.
Yeah, we're all about to die.
At least she isn't gonna make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you. But the cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocating, then unbearably tight, then that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living cabin.
The suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood. And then you pop. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, this got me to chapter 3 at least.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong.
You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Why does he want to know? I don't mind where we are right now. It's rather nice. I can hear what everyone is thinking. There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing. And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
I think this is taking me back to the same ending. I'm not sure yet.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed
Yeah, I think I ended up at this already.
that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
Trickery.
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like she still hates us. It feels mutual.
It does.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it.
Let's look at it.
Everyone's pulling in different directions, but that feeling doesn't have a motive, it just exists. Maybe we should look at it.
Let's look at it.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We
can't hate ourselves. I love me.
What were we thinking? Giving into absolute madness. We exist. We're real. We're separate from her. Of course we are. What are we? I can't remember.
So what's going on?
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better. Finally, I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some division, when so, can never truly be mended.
Something's about to go down.
A ravenous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
That's the cabin.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Well, this is weird.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
I don't like this. What he wants us to do. It's just cruel. It feels like we'd be killing a part of ourselves.
Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill. Do we have to do this?
Maybe.
You have to. You know you have to.
If I slay her, does it keep going then? I don't know. Let's see what happens.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
I wonder if it mattered. Guess I'll never know.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Some disturbing stuff in this. I'm withered.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
So these lead to the same... I don't know.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't know.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special. This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she...
I could have brought the witch with me.
We will know when we near our destination. If you need time, then I will wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Just like that, the game shuts itself down. Well, she'll be waiting for my return, which might be tomorrow. Or I might play Signalis, because that's coming off a Game Pass. I've already done a complete run of this, and there's just still so much more to see. But, I call it an evening. I've gamed like 7 hours today. Yeah. Interesting game. Play it. It won't disappoint. Now I'm gonna have to just think about all these concepts that it's gone over today, because it's been very interesting to say the least. So I'll be back at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Central Time. Maybe earlier with some more of this too. I don't know. But for sure 7 p.m. Till then, see you later. Bye-bye.